The 2026 Lexus GX. Is this vehicle still worth it? Well, we'll discuss that, but for this latest model year, there are no new updates to talk about. It is just a carryover from last year. And of course, the GX 550, it was initially unveiled for the 2024 model year. And I suppose there is one change we can talk about, and that is going to be regarding the price. Even though nothing has changed for the GX itself, the price has increased by $750 for every trim level, and we still have the same trims from before. We have the premium, the luxury, and the overtrail, along with the plus model for each of those trims. And the price is listed. It does include the $1,450 destination fee. This new GX, it continues to be assembled at the Tahara plant in Japan. Usually at this point, I would say that, oh, I have a resource that I can share with you to save money on these vehicles. For the GX, I have no such thing for you. AutoCompanion has no discounts for the GX. Your best case scenario would be paying full sticker at your local dealership, but I'll get to that in a moment. These vehicles, they continue to be powered by the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 with the 10-speed automatic transmission, producing 349 horsepower and 479 pounds-feet of torque. One of the best attributes regarding the new GX, it's going to be its towing capacity. It can tow over 9,000 pounds when you go with the premium or the overtrail trim levels. That is really impressive. And in my 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser video, I made more in-depth comparisons between the Land Cruiser and the GX, so you can check that video out after you're done with this one. But the Land Cruiser, it is a hybrid. I do like that vehicle, but it certainly has its own cons because it is a hybrid, but it's a hybrid that does not deliver good fuel economy. In fact, it's pretty much the same as this GX. However, you get a much smaller fuel tank with the Land Cruiser. Here with the GX, you get a 21.14 gallon fuel tank. Both are about the same in terms of acceleration in the real world. That's because, surprisingly, the Land Cruiser, even though it is a hybrid, it actually weighs less than the Lexus GX. So they pull about the same. They're both very effortless. They feel powerful out on the road, so that's fine, no issues there. The GX, it will do 15 mpg in the city and 21 out on the highway, both for the Toyota Land Cruiser and for the Lexus GX. Premium fuel, it is recommended. If I were to personally purchase one of these vehicles, I would probably go with the Luxury Plus, the top of the line trim. Why is that? Well, that's because I actually really appreciate the adaptive dampers on the GX. That is not available with the premium models. And surprisingly, the adaptive dampers, they do make a genuine difference. When you go between the sport mode, the comfort mode, I mean, you really do feel the vehicle tightening up, and you do notice the handling improvement when you're in the sport mode. I mean, I've owned the Lexus LC 500, I've driven all of the F cars, and with all of those performance Lexus vehicles, I have never noticed any change in the way the vehicle drives when I go between the various modes. But here with this GX, I do. So yeah, for that reason, I would go Luxury Plus or Overtrail Plus, but make no mistake, just for the features alone, you should be fine with the Premium Plus. And I also think that the regular audio system sounds just fine, but the Mark Levinson is what I would definitely recommend getting. And that is something that you are able to get with the Luxury Plus, and I believe it's an option on the regular Luxury and the Overtrail Plus. You do get things like the wireless Apple CarPlay and the Android Auto as standard. Something else I appreciate, it's going to be the semi-aniline leather seats with the top of the line Luxury Plus models. And all of those interior enhancements, it's going to help because I have to say, if you're coming from the previous generation Lexus GX 460, this vehicle, it has lost some character. I actually, in many ways, do prefer the previous 460. It actually felt like a more special vehicle, but this new GX, it's not bad in any way. It's like an ultra refined Ford Bronco, and once again, that's not a bad thing. It's just a totally different departure from the previous GX 460 that this is replacing. This handles great. It's got good stability out on the highway, so your confidence is very high when you're operating the GX 550, no issues there. It's obviously way quicker. The Lexus Safety System 3.0 Plus, that's also excellent. That comes as standard. So yeah, the new GX, it is worth considering, but there are no deals or discounts on these vehicles. Once again, as I mentioned before, your best case scenario, it would be paying full sticker for one of these vehicles. In fact, the Overtrail models, the more off-road oriented vehicle, that is pretty much trading for over sticker price in the used car market. But I do like the luxury with its 22-inch forged wheels. It does look pretty awesome in my opinion. I talk about AutoCompanion a lot on my channel. He does offer Lexus deals, once again, not on the GX. I was also on the Lease Hacker forum to see if anybody negotiated a deal on their own. Someone asked recently, about 4 days ago, what a good deal would be on a GX 550, and everybody was pretty much commenting saying that MSRP would be your best bet. AutoCompanion also chimed in on the chat, and he also confirmed that MSRP would be the best deal possible for one of these vehicles. Some other members were bickering, going back and forth, saying that, oh, these vehicles aren't really worth it, it's not that nice, the Land Cruiser sucks, all of these things. Yeah, I definitely don't think either one of these vehicles, the Land Cruiser or the GX, I don't think either one sucks. I reviewed both, I enjoyed both for very different reasons. AutoCompanion summed it up very nicely. The LC and the GX, they're not going to tank in value. That's another big reason why you consider buying either one of these SUVs. And other owners have commented saying that they have also enjoyed the way the LC/the GX drives. Regardless of that, many people have commented saying that the GX does not lease well. I'm guessing most people who are interested in buying a GX, they probably have cash on hand. But regardless, I did run some numbers on AutoCompanion's free leasing calculator. Philadelphia is like a really high tax region, so I chose that location to run numbers. They have like an 11% tax rate for leases, and with no money down, assuming you have perfect credit, a GX 550 Premium Plus, which stickers for around $72,000, it's going to lease out for close to $1,200 a month. So not great. That's primarily because Lexus is not incentivizing the GX at all. There are no good interest rates for financing. The lease sucks because an interest rate of over 7% on a lease, that's obviously not incentivized. So that's going to lead to very high payments, and you're not going to be building much equity in a regular GX lease. But on AutoCompanion's free calculator, you are able to also put in things like MSDs and one-pay leases. MSDs will save you about $3,000 on the lease, so that's cool, but a one-pay lease, if you have the capital to do that, can save you over $5,000 on the lease, which is $5,000 saved on the interest. But once again, if you have the money and the capital to do things like a one-pay lease, I'm guessing you're probably just going to pay cash for the entire vehicle. The Toyota Land Cruiser, it has a big advantage because the 1958 model actually leases out really well. It's like $600 a month. So much more feasible, and you have the flexibility of buying that vehicle out at the end if you like it so much, or you can dump it and maybe hope to have positive equity left over. It's possible, I wouldn't count on it, but yeah, Land Cruiser, especially the entry-level 1958, far more obtainable. You can kind of finesse it a bit more. With the GX, there is no finessing, both with the finance and with the lease. So yeah, this vehicle, it is worth it. I don't mind this vehicle. Like AutoCompanion said, it's not going to tank in value, so a wealthier cash buyer can scoop one up even at sticker price, and they can enjoy a new vehicle and not lose out on a whole bunch of depreciation. Of course, the future value of a vehicle, that's always going to be a toss-up. Hindsight is 2020. Regardless though, I just wanted to share with you these resources and kind of recap my thoughts and opinions regarding this vehicle. If you own one of these, comment below, let me know your thoughts. Or if you own a Land Cruiser, also comment your thoughts and opinions regarding the Land Cruiser. Thank you again for watching this video. Take care and goodbye.